Fredericton-South and leader of his party.
Mr. Speaker, nurses and doctors are burning out in our emergency departments trying to hold a crumbling health system together. Is that success? I don't think so. Mr. Speaker, staff shortages are putting patients at risk. Is that success? No. One of my constituents died in the ER waiting room at the Chalmers this summer, someone I knew well. Another constituent's father, just the other week, who had dementia, was suffering from pneumonia, was stuck in the ER for 6 days in a hall where they could not administer the treatment they needed to remove fluid from his lungs because he was in the hall. A doctor just told me recently that working in the hospitals today is like working in a war zone. A war zone. Well, will the Premier direct the Minister of Health to require the health authorities to immediately set up urgent care centres to relieve the tremendous pressure on our ERs and give all patients a shot at getting well?
Time. Minister of Health.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and it does cause us pain when we hear of the sad stories that the member opposite talks about, and obviously our sympathy goes out to the family members involved in any of these tragic situations. But, Mr. Speaker, that's why we are taking action. That's why we have a plan. That's why we have a plan to connect people to primary care providers, whether that's through eVisit MB, which takes people away from the emergency room, whether it's a portable X-ray machine that goes around and prevents seniors having to go to the emergency room to get a wrist X-ray or an ankle X-ray or even a hip X-ray. Mr. Speaker, that diverts people away from the emergency room. And Mr. Speaker, that's why we're moving forward to have EMTs educated and expected to be in the ambulances by the end of this year, and that allows paramedics to go out and again provide services to people in home when they dial 911. So, Mr. Speaker, making sure that those emergency rooms can function well is a direction we've given to the CEOs and trustees for our RHAs.
Member for Fredericton-South and leader of his party.
Monsieur le Président, le 10 août dernier, le Dr Yogi Segal a soumis au Premier ministre une série d'idées pour aider à résoudre la crise actuelle des soins de santé. Il a notamment recommandé de créer des cliniques de soins de santé primaires pour évaluer les patients non urgents. Il s'agit de patients qui n'ont pas de médecin de famille ou qui ne peuvent pas y accéder en temps voulu. Les urgences sont conçues pour les cas d'urgence. Ils ne devraient pas être chargés de pratiquer la médecine familiale. Avec le surplus projeté, le Premier ministre veillera-t-il à ce que les régies de la santé disposent de fonds nécessaires pour ouvrir des cliniques de soins?
Thank you for the question. And yes, indeed, we will make sure that the money is there to fund clinics that are necessary to ensure that ERs are not used for anything less than an emergency, Mr. Speaker, or anything more. We need to unload ERs with care, but you need to be able, when someone shows up at an ER, as they do today, because they have nowhere else to go, you need to have a place that you can send them and they have an appointment and they can walk right in the next morning or that night. But the idea, Mr. Speaker, is absolutely, as a leader of the Green Party would say, our goal is on a clinical care model in primary care, because doctors don't want to work the same hours as they used to do. They want to work in collaborative care. And that collaborative care model could be available all over the province in different communities. So, Mr. Speaker, that is the direction. And it's a direction because you need to find ways that bring people here to work. Not the same model, but a new model, because the work-life balance is a program that applies to every profession. And we need to make it affordable for people, but available to people, and we will do what's necessary to do just that.